Hi, and welcome to Lotus Apothecary's YouTube channel. My name is Becky, and I'm here today to explain what epigenetics is, how the process of methylation occurs in your body, what makes your genes so-called dirty, and how you can clean up your own genes. Before I jump into this week's episode, I want to let you guys know that below I have posted a link to a form that I have created to help you figure out which of your genes are dirty. Now, this is going to come in handy when I go over the 7 most common dirty genes in later episodes. So let's get started. Epigenetics was first introduced by Conrad H. Waddington in the early 1940s. It wasn't widely accepted because it was such an obscure idea for its time. But jump forward 50 years and at the turn of the century, epigenetics is just now being understood. So what is epigenetics? Epigenetics is the study of changes in an organism by modification of the gene expression without actually altering the genetic code itself. In other words, it has to deal with what we see as physical changes in the body as we age, or even signs and symptoms of an illness. So, what makes a gene dirty? Well, a gene can be born dirty or it can be acting dirty. And what do I mean by that? The difference is a born dirty gene is passed down from generation to generation, whereas a gene that's acting dirty is caused by your lifestyle or your environment. Things that make your genes dirty include things like having a diet full of processed foods, enriched breads, cereals, and pastas, too many carbohydrates from baked goods, and not eating enough food high in folate, not getting enough exercise or exercising too much, going to bed late or waking up late, maybe you hit the snooze button just a little too much, or are having issues with insomnia. Having too much stress in your life is another factor that causes a lot of genes to act dirty, especially with the busy go-go-go lifestyle many of us have become accustomed to. Exposures to chemicals and toxins, including environmental pollutants, cleaning supplies containing chemical irritants such as bleach, and even plastics. Folic acid is another thing that can make genes dirty. Nucleotides are the backbone of the DNA strand. Nucleotides consist of a phosphate group, a sugar group, and a nitrogen base. There are 4 types of nitrogen bases: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. These nitrogen bases are what makes up your genetic code. The core of epigenetics consists of singular nucleotide polymorphisms, referred to as SNPs. SNPs are nucleotides that are flipped along a genetic code which expresses that specific gene. Roughly 10 million types of SNPs have been identified, and they show up in our genetic code about every 1,000th nucleotide, meaning that on average a person can have between 4 and 5 million SNPs written in our genetic code. I'm going to be referring to these SNPs as I go over the 7 major genes that are commonly dirty for the remainder of the Clean Your Genes series. Moving on to the methylation process. Methylation is a very important concept to understand. When methylation occurs inside your body, a methyl group, which consists of 1 carbon atom and 3 hydrogen atoms attached to a gene, enzyme, hormone, neurotransmitter, or a vitamin in your body. When methylation goes awry, the results are genetic codes being turned on that should be off, and vice versa. When this happens, the following can occur, but is not limited to these issues: cardiovascular disease, female hormonal imbalances, fertility and pregnancy issues, metabolism imbalances, gland and organ issues, brain and mood disorders, and even cancer. An example of how this can be shown in the case of identical twins. The identical twins can grow up under the same roof, be raised eating the same things, and have the same lifestyle. As they go on with their separate lives, one twin exercises regularly, has a good sleeping schedule maintained, eats healthy, and tries to eliminate contact with toxins and other chemicals as much as possible. While the other identical twin binges on fast food, has a sedentary lifestyle, takes on too much stress, and doesn't get the best sleep. The first twin will undoubtedly have a better outcome, be fit, know how to deal with stressful situations, be able to sleep like a baby night after night, and be an overall happier person. Her twin may suffer from ailments she needs to treat with medication from doctors, maybe have a little more junk in the trunk than she wants, unable to cope with changes, have depression or anxiety issues, metabolism issues, and may even have cancer. This is not to say that the first twin won't develop some of these issues that the second twin has developed. However, the first twin is going to slow that process down if it is something that they're born with. 85% of methylation occurs in your liver, so be sure to take extra care of it. Drink alcohol in moderation or avoid it altogether. Avoid unnecessary medications and recreational drugs, and try to avoid industrial chemicals and heavy metals that may be in your food or water. So what can you do to help your body methylate properly and start reversing your dirty genes? Get rid of any enriched or processed foods. Get regular exercise, set a regular sleeping routine, even on the weekends. Try to find ways to reduce or eliminate physical and psychological stresses. Balance your lifestyle. Cut toxic chemicals from your environment, and this includes most plastics. Eat foods rich in folate. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Clean Your Genes on Lotus Apothecary's YouTube channel. Make sure that you fill out the form that I have provided in the link below so you can figure out which of your genes are dirty, and so that you can start to better understand what you need to do to become a healthier person and feel great. My name is Becky, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.